Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively. So when we went to our event in March, we were able to order a stamp set in advance. So I ordered the Bordered in Beauty. I liked all the things that it did. It's a wordless stamp set, but it's got tons of interesting little stamps and dies, but I needed a little bit more. So when the butterflies, all the Flutter came out, these butterflies matched, in my head, these butterflies. So I needed to put the two of those together. And then I needed some words, so I went with sending salutations because I like these. They've got little words. This is the designer series paper. It's got this is each side of it. So it's called Beautiful Ordinary Life, and it's basic black, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Pretty Peacock, Real Red, and Timid Tiger. That's a lot of colors, friends. So here's what I've done. I took some tags and made a little banner. There's those fun butterflies, and then these die cuts came as part of the suite. Here's my fun little butterflies with a tag that pulls out because, you know, I said that it had some cool dies. Well, one of the dies like cuts a pocket. Don't know why these are all upside down. This is two of the sets together with that DSP. Here's one with a fun border and kind of a fun fold. And then this is the one we did at camp. So I made it look like a little file folder because it has, this is one of the dies. This is one of the dies. It has these cute, there's my butterflies that I added with those butterflies and the DSP. Let me show you how easy this was. So I'm going to start off. Here's my pattern paper. This is my template for my punch. Here's that tag. This is Pool Party. And I ran it through the plaid embossing folder. I'm going to fold my Pool Party in half. I am going to seal. I moved my seal. Oh, look, I'd stamped on that side. I didn't like the way it looked. There's two sides to every piece of cardstock, right, friends? Here is I'm going to put this down the side first. 4x1, right down the side. 4 by 5 1/4. These are 4 by 2 1/4. And then this one is 4 1/4 by whatever, it's 2 1/2 to here. And then this is a little bit longer. So you need a little bit more. Yeah, flipping things around. So what I had them do was I just said, position it where you want it. And then if this isn't straight because of the way that goes through, we have this handy dandy thing called a trimmer that will fix those issues. Now, I didn't cut that straight. You would have thought I knew how to use a cutter, but I don't know, maybe not. Well, gonna have to trim it. Oh, I know why I didn't cut it straight. This isn't cut straight. And that's hard to do with that. There, now we're square. Gonna go ahead and trim this side off since I'm straightening them all. Why not? Okay. So now I'm going to put this on. Right like this. Just a kind of a fun little angle. Let me show you why I have this. So what I found is when I stamp these butterflies, if I kind of tilt it like my pattern, then I'm going to like it better. So I'm going to, and I don't have to stamp it right in there. I just kind of want to get close to that because then when I slide that punch in there, it just lines up better. Look at that. I've used this a ton. I mean, I guess I must like butterflies because see, that's just easier to go in. If not, you end up like having to whack on this somehow, which is absolutely no fun. So I've got my butterflies. I have this cute little tag for up in the corner. Now I'm going to use my black. Cheers to you. And I'm going to use this black again. For my butterflies. I'm just going to cut this off. I'm going to run it through my mini boss here in just a second. But I've got all this extra floating around that I just keep hitting as I'm coloring and creating for you that's not necessary. Move this out of the way. And now I have my colors. Remember I told you all those colors? So this is a dark pool party. And when I colored my butterflies, I just used lots of fun colors. Then I have Light Lemon Lolly. Then I have Dark Petal Pink. I have a Dark Daffodil Delight. This is got a murdered end to it. I'm sure yours will look like this if you have people that you let touch them besides just yourself. My campers will go, I wouldn't have done that. I'm like, okay. Well, I can guarantee you I didn't. So one of you all must have. Because the grandkids are not allowed to touch these. I don't have many rules with my craft stuff. My blends, I may have some rules with. Okay, then I love to speckle my projects. See? Let me show you how I did that. Oh, I'll put these butterflies on first. So it is warm in Indiana, extremely warm. So to keep my husband comfortable, we keep the house at like 74, which is not that cool. But downstairs in my studio, it's Arctic. So I have a sweatshirt I throw on while I'm down here. So if you're wondering why I look like I have on a sweatshirt, it's because I do. But I also have on my shorts. Okay, so I have my butterflies on here. And now I'm going to take my... Now that I look at it, I mean, it does Kind of look like I just blood splattered them. I didn't. But it kind of looks like that. Here's my gems. There's a random one there. Oh, I don't think the adhesive is going to come off. Let's see. Nope. So I liked these with it just because it used my colors. And yes, I may overdo these, but I can because I know where to get more, right? Isn't that fun? I need some more. Need another one over there. All right, now let's cut these out with the mini boss. Right here. I knew I just had it in my hand. Crazy butterflies. And it's going to line up just like that. And I'm going to do those two things separate. Just because they're tiny lineups. So, come out. There you go. Here's my fun butterflies to go through the middle. And then I need the die cut for my words. See, look at all these dies. This is the one I used to do the tab. There's lots of dies in here. It's a great little fun collagey kind of a granddaughter that's into like the junk journaling and little mini scrapbooks. And so for her to run a couple of sheets of all those little tags and stuff through, best thing ever. There we go. So now I'm going to put these on with glue dots. A lot of times I do a different card, so I'm not doing the same. This time I didn't because I just like this. So Cheers to You can go with birthday. I have a daughter-in-law who's been taking a test that when she passes it, this will be, she's still got to take the test, but when she passes it, this is going to be a good one. Because we know she will. Okay. But what I do want to do one thing on this. I'm going to make this heart a different color. I'm going to go over it in the real red. All right, friends, there you go. 3 stamp sets, not 4 because one's dies. Sending Salutations, Bordering in Beauty, all Aflutter, the Great Designer Series paper, but there's so much I've done with all of it. So here's my Designer Series paper, and then so many ideas. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a good one.